Right guys, so if you're interested in getting a copy of this uncopylocked place right here, make sure to subscribe to the email list in the description, or to receive a link to a paste bin which contains the link to the uncopylocked JoJo gameplays, but also a link to all of my other models. With that being said, see ya. Alright guys, so welcome to today's JoJo game episode right here. In today's JoJo game episode, we will finish the arrow system, guys. And we only have a few things left to do. The first one is to make the stand we have just rolled apply to our data store right here. The second thing is going to be actually having an arrow which we stab into ourselves, and then, you know, this rolling process happens. Yeah, and those are the only two things which we are going to do in today's episode right here. So, I haven't been on this for 2 weeks now. I have to check out what we have done so far. So, pick rarity, pick stand. Okay, pick stand is the more important one for us. Okay, test stand, the world test stand. Okay, there we go. So that is the more important one for us. So all we gotta do is that we have to change things now. And that is actually pretty easy to do because we have the data store right here. So all you gotta do is that you have to refer to script parent data store. So script.parent data store, and then change. And then we have to take a look at how we have to find this change function right here. So script change on invoke. The player we would like to change, the value we want to change, and the value we want to change it to. So those are the three arguments which we have to consider. So invoke, and then player, stand, pick stand. There we go. Come on, where's data store? Okay, stand. Okay, yeah, very good. Let's take another look inside of the data store. Okay, let's actually do it like this, that we print out our data right here each time when we change it, because I'm interested in seeing how things change. So print, and then this. Okay, so as you can see, stand was none before. Now it is test stand. Let's stop. Let's play. Let's see how it has changed now. Okay, it's test stand again. There we go. Okay, so that's how you connect these two components to each other. Now the next thing we want to do is that we want to add an arrow, and I'm honest with you, I'm too lazy to do the arrow myself, so I'm just gonna take one from the toolbox. Sorry for that. I'm gonna be taking a good one. Okay, yeah, so this one looks amazing. Thanks to Carson Cat 2007. I'm only gonna take the model and not the script. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna be showing you now how you can use any model. Let me actually delete the veld right here. I'm going to show you a way in how you can use any model. So if you have made one for yourself, then I'm going to show you how you can use that as well, okay? So let's pretend that you have a model, okay? Now you have this part called handle, which is going to be your main part, okay? And in this case, it is going to be this part right here of our arrow. Now, all you got to do is that you take the rest parts and you put it inside of this handle part. And now what you want to do is that basically, you want to create a veld inside of all of these. And what this veld does, so veld constraint, what it does is that it attaches this part to this one, depending on how you pick your part 0 and part 1's right here. But if you pick your part 0 as the handle and part 1 as this mesh part right here, then this part is going to be attached to the handle, okay? And we are going to repeat this step for all of the other mesh parts, and then all of these mesh parts will be attached to a handle, okay? So it will not fall apart whatsoever. And that is basically why we want to veld in the first place. Now, the thing is that we have a few mounts of mesh parts right here. But if you have a lot of mesh parts, then I recommend you to check out my how to weld tutorial on my channel. I've uploaded it a few weeks ago, so check it out in order to see how you can work with that, okay? But yeah, all you want to do is that you want to paste this weld constraint inside of here, and then just set port 0 to your handle and port 1 to your mesh port right here. And that is basically it, okay? There you go. Now this is valid. Now the next thing we would like to do is that we would like to move this inside of your arrow right here and make sure that requires handle is true now. That is very important. And now let's test this out. Let's see how it is gonna look like. Okay, it is still anchored. Forgot about that. Make sure that can collide is false, anchor is false, and massless is true. Okay, and there you go. That's how you use this model right here. And I'm sorry for that, but I was pretty lazy to create one. So I could create one, but the reason the problem is that it will never look as good as this one, okay? And that is a huge problem for me. So I'm not the best modeler out there. Yeah. So okay, now next thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna create all of the animation stuff. So actually AL player character humanoid, come on, load animation. Now go ahead and right click on the stand server script, create an animation inside of here, call it arrow step, and then you want to refer to it. So what happens right here is that we are referring to the animator instance inside of our character's humanoid, and this animator instance is responsible to load any animation. Okay, so before you're able to play the animation, you have to load it, and when you load an animation, you receive the animation track of it, and then you're able to play the animation track. That's literally the whole magic behind playing animations. And when applying this load animation on animator, you also want to put in the animation you would like to receive the animation track of, and which you would like to play later on. Okay, and all you gotta do then is that you have to play this animation at the end. And yeah, that is basically it. Now another thing we could do, AL stopped wait, we could destroy the tool afterwards. So if player character find first child arrow, then we can go ahead and destroy it. So just take this, paste it in here, and then destroy. So what we're doing right here is that once this animation is done, we are checking if there is an instance inside of the character called tool. Now, why are we doing that? Because when you have a tool inside of your backpack, and then when you equip this tool basically wanders from your backpack to your character. So see how there is no tool inside of here, but now when I equip the arrow, we suddenly have this tool in here. So that's what happens when you equip a tool. And when we use the arrow, we obviously have to equip it first, and we also need to keep it equipped so that the script right here works, okay? And that is the reason why we are then able to check if the tool is equipped, means it is inside of our character. And if that is the case, then we can delete the tool. And why do we want to delete the tool? Because we want to prevent the player from having multiple arrows, you know. Yeah. The last thing we have to do is that we have to create this animation. Let's quickly do that, and then I'm gonna be ending the video at that point. So rig builder R15, there we go. Come on, where is the animation editor? Now, was it the right or left on? I think it was the right one, right? Yeah, right one. Okay. So, wait, nah. What you want to do? Wait, man. So you want to rotate all of these once. Otherwise, they will wobble around. Yeah, there you go. So what you want to do, so this at least applies to my animation. So if your animation only moves a few upper body parts and not the legs, then go ahead and set the animation priority to movement. If you have your legs involved inside of your animation, then make sure to set the priority to action, okay? Okay, then go ahead, publish to Roblox, arrow stab, submit, copy the ID you received right here, and then add the ID to this animation, right, to this animation instance. And now go ahead and play again and see how things turn out. Okay, I was about to ask why this is not working, but it's actually quite obvious because we have a stand already. And that is a huge problem because we cannot really test out if it works or not. But it does. I'm sure it does. So let's try to create a row kaka fruit in the next episode so that we are finally able to test out everything in combination. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and see ya.